What if the moment you lost everything was the very moment life gave you a new reason to rise? This is the story of Daniel, a boy who thought his dream was over until life showed him a bigger one. Daniel was 17. He lived in Texas, and football wasn't just a game for him. It was his life, his dream, his heartbeat. Every morning before the sun painted the sky, Daniel was already on the field, running, jumping, practicing. When his friends slept, he trained. When others gave up, he pushed harder. People laughed at him sometimes, but he didn't care, because he believed one day he would wear that professional jersey. One day, the world would cheer his name. But then came the game, the state-level championship, the biggest match of his life. The crowd was loud. The lights were bright. Daniel's heart was racing. This was his moment. And then it happened. A collision, a sudden snap, a sharp pain in his knee. He fell to the ground, screaming. The referee blew the whistle. The stadium fell silent. Doctors rushed in, and in just a few words, his entire life changed. "You'll never play professional football again." Daniel couldn't believe it. His dream shattered in seconds. The boy who once trained every morning now couldn't even walk without pain. Weeks passed, but Daniel didn't step outside. He sat in his room, staring at his trophies, touching his football boots, asking himself, "What's the point now? Who am I without my dream?" Friends stopped calling. The world moved on, but Daniel was stuck in the silence of his own thoughts. Some nights, he cried himself to sleep. Other nights, he just stared at the ceiling, hoping it was all a bad dream. And then, one evening, the door opened. It was his little sister. She was holding the same football he once loved. She looked at him and said, "Daniel, if you can't play anymore, maybe you can teach me. Maybe you can teach others, because your dream doesn't have to end here." Those simple words lit a fire inside his heart. For the first time in months, Daniel smiled. The very next day, he walked to the playground, slowly, with a limp, but with a purpose. At first, only 3 kids showed up, then 10, then 20. Soon, the ground was filled with children, all chasing the dream Daniel once had. Years passed. Daniel never became the player he dreamed of, but he became something greater. The boy who lost his dream built a football academy. Hundreds of kids trained under him, and many of them went on to play the professional game. Daniel realized sometimes life doesn't take away your dream. It only changes the way you live it. Sometimes life closes one door, not to stop you, but to push you toward a bigger one. Your pain can either break you or build you. The choice is always yours. If Daniel's story touched your heart, remember this: failure is not the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter. So don't give up, because your story isn't over yet.